Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. Thanks for joining me today. This video was, wow, the prep was kind of fun to make for it because what I got to do was go into every planner that I have that I wanted, that I was excited about to plan a week in and show you how if I planned the same week in each planner, how would it look? How would I go about planning that? So first, let's start in the planner that I am using right now. It is Passion Planner Classic, which is an 8.5 by 11. Let me also mention that every single planner that I'm showing you today, I have numerous videos, full reviews, and other comparison videos on my channel. So if you're interested in one of these, go check it out. Check out the videos on my channel because I'm not going to go through every detail. This is not a review. I'm just going to show you how I plan in it to compare how it looks in each different planner. Okay, so this is what my week looks like before I get to it. I'm actually, right now we're in this week before. So as I'm going along towards this week, when things come up in advanced planning, I write them all in. When it gets to the day before that week, I will come down and write any of my to-dos or things that didn't get done and transfer sticky notes, and all my to-dos will get filled in thin right before that week starts. So like Saturday before the Sunday start. I have a Sunday start on this one, okay? So this is what it looks like before it gets to filled in. This is what it looks like when I'm in the middle of a week. And since this is the planner I'm using now, you can see this is what it looks like when I'm done with a week. And some weeks are busier than others. And so that's what it looks like as I finish up weeks in my Passion Planner. Okay? All right. Also down below, there are some discount codes for Inkwell, for Plum Paper, for ERIN CONDREN. Yes. And for Passion Planner, if you buy a Passion Planner, I would love for you to put my email in the referral box, amandasfavorites@whitleyspace.com. Thank you so much. That's down below in the description box also. Okay, next is my Inkwell horizontal. Those of you that have been following me know that I planned in this planner daily for several months this year before I switched to Passion Planner. So I actually can show you some real weeks I planned in it too. But this was planning out that same week that I just showed you in the Passion Planner, June 12th through 18th, and showing you what it looks like in Inkwell horizontal. Basically, I write in any appointments, birthdays, or big things, go-tos on these three boxes. And then I kind of write in things I know are happening that day so far. It will get a lot more filled in as I was using it for the week. I write down things that need to get done that week. There's not that big of a space for a weekly list here. So I usually used all that up and then had to write it in another book. I will show you how it looks like when week's finished in my Inkwell press. This is how it was looking when I was actually planning in it. Okay, and that's how the calendar is looking. Yeah, I forgot to show you. I was going to show you the big calendar, the monthly outlook on. So this one's all planned out, and the other ones I only planned the week, but I was using this planner, so the whole month is filled out, so you can see what that would look like. Okay, that's the Inkwell Press Flex, which is her horizontal. Okay, and I did not show you the monthly calendar and Passion Planner, so before we move on, let me fix that. Okay, here is June, and this was the week I am showing you. So that's what it looks like in the Passion Planner. Okay, next let's go into Inkwell Press Vertical since we just did Inkwell Press Horizontal. Now, I have not ever used this planner for real planning. My sister bought it thinking that she was going to start in it. It's an academic in July 2017 is when it starts. So I had to plan a week in June. I had to go all the way to June 2018 in this one. That's okay. So it's just off by a day. She decided to go to Passion Planner though. So, all right. So this is Inkwell Press Vertical. Now I would use these three boxes different because they're at the bottom. I would actually prefer for them to have the three boxes at the top. But if I was using this, I would not put my go-tos or appointments down here because I just really need those at the top. So I would just put those up here. And then what I would do is put all my weekly to-do list items down here, one per box. And then as I do them, I can just cross out the box. That's what I would use them for. People use these boxes for so many different things, like tracking fitness, you know, meal, dinner prep, you know, writing their dinner. Just they use them for a lot of different things. So the ones I've seen the most are fitness tracking, water tracking, meal prep. Those are the ones that I've seen the most. Yeah. But I would use them as kind of like my days are blocked off here. These things are not meaning to be done on this day, but there's kind of like a line drawn here. And this is just my weekly to-do list of things that have to get done, but I don't know yet what day they're fitting on because I have to have a list like that. And then I wrote in just all our birthdays, appointments, and things going on that I know about. And then as the week went on and I would see which days can I fit certain things in, that's when I would bump up stuff from my weekly list. That's just how I do it. And I did write in, no, I didn't write in the week in here because the calendar is the exact same as the Inkwell horizontal, and I already showed you guys that one. So yeah, I decided to not write it in. This is the Inkwell vertical 2017-2018 calendar year, academic year, only available at Office Max, Office Depot, in the stores, or on Office Max, Office Depot online exclusively. You cannot buy it on Inkwell Press site. You can only buy her horizontal on her site. I know that's a little bit confusing. It is to me, at least. Okay, now we're going to go to let's go to this one. Since we just did vertical Inkwell Press, let's do vertical Plum Paper. Now, this is my Plum Paper that runs out this month that I've actually planned a lot in until this year. So I was actually using this until 2017. And my weeks would look something like that. But we'll go to where I didn't use the monthly calendars, so those weren't filled in. But that's kind of what it ended up looking like. This is how I would plan a week in it now. Basically, my go-tos or my appointments or my big things for the day always went in my top box because this is the option you can pick from Plum Paper. They have many layout options you can pick where you can have 7 boxes and you can even label your 7 boxes. So those are the top box is always my go-to or big things for that day. And then each box is kind of just like separate items that needed to be done that day or appointments that wouldn't fit up here. Most of my appointments I try to fit up here. Then my weekly list stuff, I really need a bigger space than that. So sometimes I would end up writing my weekly stuff down here, like Inkwell, just my weekly list. I will say Plum Paper has updated a lot on their fonts because this one's running out June 2017. This is a look at their newer fonts, and this is a different vertical layout with no boxes. So don't be scared off by this orangey color, which I'm not a huge fan of, or their fonts in this. If you're interested in Plum Paper, check out some of my videos. I also have a 10% off discount code in my description. And this is their newer fonts. This just doesn't start until July of this year, and we are in June right now. So I couldn't plan a week in it. Okay, so that is Plum Paper. Let's go. Let's do Get to Work book. I will show you what their monthly calendar looks like. You know what? I didn't show you the Plum Paper monthly calendar, did I? I can't remember. But I did write it in here, so let me show you. That's what their monthly looks like. But like I said, the fonts have been updated and the colors since this one runs out this month. Because if you watch my Plum Paper videos, it explains it all. You can start Plum Paper calendar any month you want to start it. There's so much customization you can do. You can do anywhere from 12 to 18 months, any number in between. You can start any month you want to. So if you're interested in Plum Paper, watch my other videos. Okay. Get to Work book. This is her calendar. It does not have holidays on it. It is totally, completely open to you and your interpretation. I do love how she has big note spots down here. But this is this 1 week planned. I did not plan out the whole month in every calendar on the monthly. I just wrote in how that week would be looking. And then we're going to go to her nifty ruler, which is like the best planner ruler to me that I've ever had. So I'll take it out so you guys can see. This is what a week would look like planned in Get to Work book. So my top 3 boxes are for appointments or people coming to our house that day or big things happening that day. My action items are big things that must get done that week. And then I would actually box this off with a line. That's why I love why it's just so blank and wide open, because you can make this be whatever you need it to be. I would line this off, and this would kind of continue my to-do list for the weeks. So it wouldn't be assigned to that day. And this is my to-do list, my must-dos, my can-dos. And then as the days come and I figure out where I can fit these items in, then they would be plugged into that day. That is also how I use my passion planner, but they already have a big space for the list at the bottom. Okay, so that is Get to Work book. And I'm not going through right now and telling you like all the things I love about each planner. I'm not doing that because I have extensive videos on each planner on my channel alone. So go and watch those if you're interested in certain planners. Go and check those videos out, and I have all the details and my pros and my cons and what I love about them, what I don't. Okay, we are almost done. We are Emily Lay Weekly. This is her weekly layout. Her layout looks the same even though she changed the outside of it for her 2017-2018 academic year, because this is just her 2016-2017. It goes all the way through the end of 2017. So this is the same week in June, and this is the same as her new layout looks in her new one. Just the outside has changed in her newer one. That's for sale right now. Okay, so this is the way my week would look in this one. This one, I won't lie, I love the outside of the book, but her weekly layout just does not work for my mind. It just, I cannot organize it. So she would have appointments like on this side, and the side with the checks would be your to-dos, and then you have a little dinner box, and you have a tiny Saturday and Sunday. But you can watch my whole video on this if you're interested. This is just how my week would look in it. And it doesn't flow from my mind. But that's how the same week would look in this one. And then let me show you the monthly. And that is the monthly calendar. I was using this for monthly only planning at the beginning of this year. So I kind of had planned out many months ahead. So that's why the whole month is written in and not just this week. Okay, that's Emily Lay Weekly. Now we're going to end with Emily Lay Daily. So this is going to look very different because this is a daily planner. Okay, this is how it would look if I planned monthly in her planner for this 1 week. Honestly, I don't love her monthly for monthly planning, but that's a whole nother video. But that's how it would look for me. There's just not a lot of space on there for me. And this is what my week would look like. Basically, your appointments go on this side and your to-dos go on this side. My problem is why I went off the daily planning this year is just because basically I'm just having to like rewrite to-dos every day that, you know, need to be done that week, like renew teaching certificate. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get it done on Monday. If it doesn't get done, I have to move it to Tuesday. I have no like big weekly overview list of tasks here. So I was using it in conjunction with a weekly, but then I kind of weaned off of using it at all. It just wasn't working for me. But I always say there is a different, so this is what my days are looking for that same week. Time slots and then to-dos. A lot of my to-dos are not filled in because that wouldn't happen until like that day in the morning. Okay, so that ends the week right here on Father's Day. What I was saying is I always say there is a planner that will work for every person at that season in their life. So I don't say, you know, this is the best planner because it works for me right now. I have used, you know, several planners through different seasons of my life. And I have a whole video talking about like my planning journey, kind of even going 10 years back, how I used to plan when my kids were babies and toddlers, and how my plannings evolved as these like premium planner companies have come about, and I've been introduced to them, and I've been to a different spot in my life where I can actually afford them. So yeah, there's a planner for every person for that time, that season in your life. And that's why I like to show a lot of different ones in my reviews. Now for this video, I just picked my favorites that I have planned in or that I would consider planning in. But I have videos on so many other planners. Some I have given away, so I don't have anymore, but I really liked, and I would have put them in this video. And I have videos on other planners that I necessarily probably wouldn't be excited about to plan in myself, but I know that there are people out there who it works for and they love it. And that's why I love to do review videos on all different planners, because everyone's in a different situation. Everyone can afford a different, planner, and everybody's life is different almost every year as your life changes. One planner might work for you for even 3 years, but then you find some things change and it's not working for you. All right, so I hope this video gave you just an overview of how planning would look in all these different planners. And so it can kind of open your mind to see maybe what you would like, what might work for you at this time in your life. Check out any videos on any of these planners I mentioned. I also have other planner videos on my site that were not even mentioned in this video. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.